Hello people, welcome back to Follow That. So, first dose, number 5, Make War, Not Love. Good little title from Rockstar. This is kind of an easier version of the Fatal Incursion one in number 3, where you can actually just stand up on the hill, and it takes a few more shots than doing it right next to them. We can stand up on the hill, but bear in mind that some of the hippies will come up the hill. Some of them actually come from behind you, bizarrely. But anyway, they don't have great weaponry, certainly compared to the lost biker gangs. They seem to have a massive arsenal to take you on. Really, you can pretty much run it, particularly if you've got some armour. You can kind of run around, RPG these little tents, 4 tents, so take a few shots. Depending where you hit them, I could probably hit them more strategically than that by actually going inside, or you can just stand outside and blast them. 4 or 5 seem to do it. What was that, 4? Okay, right. Then it is a case of a little dash and finding out some of these hippie vans. As long as you haven't blown them up yourself, there are a few scattered around. Here we go. So we'll just run into that. Like I said, I could just pretty much run straight across. Wouldn't have been able to do that at the Stab City place. Okay, once you're in, you don't actually need to use this vehicle. You can use your own vehicle, obviously with they're quite lowered suspension on these, within the limitations of what you're able to do on your missions. E.g., you can't get your beautiful Sparrow heli, just to make things super easy. But here, I've got my designated car. This one's got armour, it's got machine guns on there. It's perfect for the job of taking out these 3 hippie vans. There's one of them on the move. I'd suggest starting with that one before it gets too far away. Doesn't really go too far away anyway. A little smash, and then like I say, with this one, you just fire your machine gun on it, and these things, they're pretty flammable. Or you can park up in front of it and blow it up that way, but it's not that big a deal to take them out. They don't take many, doesn't take many shots to take them out. Like I said, the other 2 are stationary, so that is much easier. Let's go. Alright, it's got this one here. There are a few people defending it, but like I said, they're not heavily armed. And this car here is armoured, and the machine guns take it out in just a few seconds, so we just have 1 to go. I can't drive out of here. Oh dear. Alright, so 1 to go. For this one, I actually decided slightly different strategies to mix it up. Stand on the hill above it, and then I'm going to use my sniper rifle, the Mark II. So I'm just going to find it. Where it is. It's in there somewhere. Seems to be where I'm pointing. Now then, there we go. 1 shot should do it. Bang. There we go. All done. Relatively easy compared to some of the earlier missions. And like I said, you do a lot of this from distance against less armoured vehicles. Now, for the altruists camp, there's 3 more inside here, and they a little bit better armed. But if you go in an armoured car, like here I've got the Duke of Death, that will do the job. And for this one, the Duke of Death's got more armour than my the other Buffalo car that I have. So I decided this would be a better choice for this. And then, given how flammable these hippie fake VW vans are, camper vans are, I realised that this was probably the better choice for it. Right, so we've got 1 more to go, which is round the corner here. And like I said, I didn't really even take out that many of the altruists themselves. Is the armoured car is so good for doing these missions that you're pretty much protected. So a few more shots, and there we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're good. So we'll get out of here. See you fellas. And there's one final task. The altruists have a Valkyrie, obviously. So they shun technology. Oh, that was that hippie van that was chasing me. Okay, so they shun technology, but they seem to have bagged themselves a Valkyrie. And some very heavy weaponry, which is slightly bizarre. But anyway, so now then, here it is. As usual, we're going to try and take out the pilot. So I did make the mistake on the original version of trying this. I think that's got the pilot. Of trying to take out the tail. That works for normal helis, but it doesn't seem to with these heavily armoured Valkyries. So you've got to focus on the pilot. There we go. Boom. That actually took more shots. If I'd taken out the pilot straight away, that would have been much easier. Okay, so now that's it. Just need to leave. So let's do it in style and just throw ourselves off the mountain. There we go. Bang, that should be far enough. Boom. Okay, done. Like I said, relatively easy if you've done some of those earlier missions. There you go. You can do it at a distance. That's the only top tip I have to say on this one. Take care, people. Speak to you soon.